Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Alright, so we have backdrop. Cool, we can see OBS. That's fantastic. Hello everybody, welcome to an episode of Aurogiri. Today we're covering an interesting update, I should say. So rumor was going on, people were chatting around, maybe you've been around some of the streams. Most of the PC players are saying that next update they are going to be getting a return of Battle Maiden Shizuka. Because right now on PS4 and on the current update that JP and Steam have, you know, there were some mentioning of how for the next update you're going to have beaten Edo Castle. You have to have done the whole Elder quest line so that you can take part in the next event. So that still holds true. And what we were under the impression of what was coming, because it is again October, it is a year from when Battle Maiden Shizuka came, was a return of Battle Maiden Shizuka. And Battle Maiden Shizuka was a kind of revolutionary Vanguard. It was the titular Shizuka character brought back. She was trained by Ho-Oh. It was kind of like a event/story update at the same time. So, and she had an amazing exchange shop. It was the implementation of mag powders, which changed a lot of how the game worked. You just had to get one mag, like especially those mags like Reduxes, Tempests, Emanation, Horse mags. The mags that really mattered, Knowledges, CLOs, etc., Perg mags. You know, when you crafted them, you generally got a random value of grade that greatly affected their defense. And before then, there was you were just stuck with what you had unless you wanted to make another one, which was kind of problematic for a lot of N-tier gear, where you don't plan on making a lot. Anyway, they brought in the mag powders, and that changed everything. We were able to upgrade the grade of our Magatamas to make everything as good as it should be when defense mattered. So that's what happened when Battle Maiden Shizuka came in, and it was kind of this 8-year anniversary event. Like we had Gala, then Battle Maiden Shizuka, then we had Christmas, so that was how that went. So now we're a year from that point, and I guess they're doing it again. So we're getting another trained Vanguard. Let me scroll down here. As you can see, we have Nidaime, Ibaraki, Douji. So Nidaime, if you're a Naruto fan, you watch the would you call it the dub, the sub? Anyway, the Japanese dub. You'll know that they refer to the second Hokage as Nidaime Hokage. So that's just something I recognize. So this is like the if you looked at the patch notes, I looked at the patch notes earlier from Twitter, and they just referred to Ibaraki as Ibaraki 2 or Ibaraki the second, or maybe it's the second coming. I don't know, but that's basically what the Nidaime stands for, is some kind of 2. So originally we had Shizuka, who was Battle Maiden Shizuka or the War Priestess Shizuka. So now we have Nidaime, Ibaraki, Douji. So in total, this is our like third Ibaraki Vanguard in a sense. So we have the original partner Ibaraki, who could divine possession into Venus, or not Venus. Sorry, my apologies. Kirin. Shizuka turned into Venus. So originally you had the Kirin Vanguard that used Ibaraki as a conduit for the Oni to become Kirin. So then during one summer event, we got the Summer Sky Ibaraki Douji, a 10-scroll gold Vanguard. I don't like. She looks nice, but I don't think she had a lot of big marketing potential. I don't think she sold very well because she was a gold Vanguard. Like most players are going to be like, I'm going to go for the platinum. If I get the gold along the way, that's great. Like most people aren't going to, like, who was out that update? Genbu. Most players aren't going to go get Genbu and then be like, yeah, I'm going to use Ibaraki. Like you're going for Genbu here. Anyway, so now we have this third iteration of Nidaime, Ibaraki, Douji. And she looks very promising. Like, if what they did to Battle Maiden Shizuka is any indication at all of how powerful this character is going to be a year later, that's quite impressive, I would say. Like, the bar of expectations is quite high. Because as we know, Battle Maiden Shizuka, when she first came out, we're like, oh, she's a fire Vanguard. KG's already fire. She doesn't have a chance in hell. And there was a lot of naysayers for Battle Maiden. But then we get I got my hands on Battle Maiden Shizuka, and Battle Maiden Shizuka had effects that weren't listed in like this big page, you know, when she had her debut page article update post. It didn't mention that Battle Maiden Shizuka raised she could like do a 99 million damage within a single attack. Like that was revolutionary. Like it's like, oh, it's a single hit fire Vanguard. Like that's just trash. And then we use her correctly and she's like 100 mil, 100 mil, 100 mil, like 160, 80, 100, like just boom, 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 boom. And she could drop Ignis like you wouldn't believe. Like she dropped that Black Mikami, like Mikami Sublime. She dropped the Dart Miyamoto in that event. Like I used her on like anything. Like if I could use Battle Maiden, I would. So if what they did to Battle Maiden Shizuka happens to this Ibaraki, then it looks very, very, very promising. And yeah, like what they did with Battle Maiden was great. They gave her new, like they touched upon old mechanics and made them work. Like, you know how we always want damage cap and things like that. We always want that for us. And then they make the Blaze Mag and we're like, is this an out of season April Fool's joke? But no, she, based on this page, I'm going to read it with you guys now. She does a lot. Like, she has a lot of mechanics built into her. There's a lot of thought put into her. And for most of us, you know, gamers, Ibaraki's the reason we play this game. You know, it's like you look at the game page. Oh, okay, cool. Pink-haired bow girl. Purple-haired sword girl. Green-haired spear guy. Big titty cat mommy. Okay. And then we go from there, you know. So they have a lot to live up to with, you know, doing something good to Ibaraki. Especially since she hasn't, like, spoken in, like, years, because they took away her NPC's voice when they took away her tits. Like, she doesn't talk anymore. She's just from the trauma. Anywho, let's scroll through this. So tomorrow, on the 20th of October, she is coming to Steam and JPPC. So they're going to get the first taste of her. We're going to get her on PlayStation when our update is over, which should be the 28th, so a week from now. Thanks for the like. I saw that. Thank you very much. So we're going to get to play with her a week later. So since we're kind of back to the position where, like, you know, the English PC players get to, like, test stuff first, we're going to get some first-hand accounts of, like, how good she is from those that choose to get her. Really depends on how her lineup looks, to be honest, but we'll have to see. Hopefully it's really good if it's going to be, like, you know, the yearly anniversary character. Are we going to call them anniversary characters? Because I don't know what to call them. Because, like, I'm like, we can't call them all Battle Maiden. We can't have Battle Maiden, like, Susanoo. And someone's like, oh, yes, we can. Put that man in a dress and give him a parasol or something. But, you know, I feel like I want to call them anniversary characters now. Because now they're becoming a trope. Like, because we have Battle Maiden Shizuka, so it's essentially anniversary Shizuka. 8th anniversary Shizuka, so we have 9th anniversary Ibaraki, and then we're going to have 10th anniversary, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Like, praise God, hopefully. Because, like, if this is any indication, if you want to extrapolate, you know, there's going to be, like, because maybe Nidaime is, like, second year, I don't know. But, anyway, 2nd anniversary Ibaraki Douji, maybe, I don't know. Because, you know, next year... Well, actually, it's not going to go, like... It's not going in a proper order, because she's the 4th party member. Like chronologically. So, like, next year, it'll probably be, like, let's just say... Ibaraki, like, Sandaime, Yoshitsune. And then it'll be, like, Yondaime, Momotaro. And he'll probably be, like, his slasher version. Like, we're probably going to see upgraded versions of all of them. So, like, Miroku, Momotaro, Susanoo, and Yoshitsune. And the big one is Amaterasu. Because if this happens to Amaterasu, we're going to get a story update. And, well, we'll have to. And she'll probably be her true sun goddess form. Like, which is really cool. And I wonder if, like, there's no divine possession with the other two. With Susanoo and Susanoo and Amaterasu, because like they're already gods, like they just don't divine possession with you. In any case, they would end up doing something like this and just awakening their true power. So that'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting. And as well, there's Kaguya. How could I forget? So, like, if Kaguya gets, like, a transformation, maybe Kaguya's next year, because she's the most, like, if you went by popularity, like, Shizuka's titular character, then you have Ibaraki, then you'd have Kaguya, then you have like Yoshitsune and Materasu. You know, that's a lot of extrapolating. That's 5 years. That's a long ass time. So I don't know if they're going to be like... I could see them coming every 6 months at this rate. Like, if this is the path they're going to go on, I could see like them pumping them out. You know, because they should. So, like, I could see Kaguya being like Lunar Spirit Kaguya Hime as a Vanguard, and that would be fantastic, and we'd love it. Like Momotaro the Slasher, like him controlling his powers, getting clones and shit. And then Lunar Spirit Kaguya. Anyway, let's get into this character. Hey Miyamoto, how you doing? Thanks for the like. Okay, so the new Nidaime Ibaraki Douji can be recruited with the Summoner Scroll Nidaime Ibaraki Douji item. In addition to assisting as a partner character, Nidaime Ibaraki can also be summoned as a Vanguard swap. So what they mean here is, like, if you have them summon, they'll attack as you attack. I don't imagine she's an assist character and a Vanguard. Although that would be pretty cool, but also pretty weird. I don't think that's the path they're going on. They would have touched on that a bit more. Just weird typing. That is Ibaraki. 2 weeks from now, we'll see her drop on PS4, PS5. But she's coming to PC tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, so about Yaki Suzuna. So she has her own little gauge on the bottom right, I imagine, and it has these 8 little bells on it. So we know that Ibaraki always has her bells. It's basically Nidaime Ibaraki has a dedicated internal buff system, which is good. Mechanics are always good. We don't need just big numbers and hits. We want mechanics that do good stuff. The Yaki Suzuna, which is the 8 demon bells system, relies on the activation of bells to grant power. When the activation of 4 or more bells, where the activation of 4 or more bells by clearing conditions in the Vanguard change imparts the buff. So I guess there's something special that happens when you have 4 of them, but as we scroll down, they're going to talk about how what each bell does, like how to trigger each bell. So maybe you need to trigger 4 bells for her to go into bell mode, but it doesn't seem like that'll be really hard. Some of these bells are pretty good. Typing wise, she is fire and dark and slice. So she's like where Shizuka was fire, pierce, and a splash of holy, but really she was just fire and pierce. Ibaraki is slice, and then she's going to function similarly to Lancelot. But they're also taking an idea that I mentioned years ago, because I remember saying this. Anyway, so she's got 8 bells. To activate 1 bell, you must use a skill or ogi from over 10 meters away from the target and hit them. So she must have, like, it's when you activate it. You don't have to be, like, using a ranged attack. Like, I think she has a teleport move that if you use it from far away, it'll trigger one of the bells. So if you use it from 10 meters away, you'll trigger a bell. If you want to get a second bell activated, you must hit the enemy 10 times with 1 skill / ogi. So she must have a 10-hit skill. Okay, so it's pretty easy to get the first 2. 3, achieve 100-hit combo. That one might be difficult depending on the enemy you're fighting. Like, if she has iframes she can spam, yeah, you'll do that no problem. But she is taking the consecutive hits into account. Like, everything in Oni is coming into account here. It's really cool. So the 4th bell, which is like, you know, and you can activate these in any order from what I understand. It doesn't have to be like you have to do them in order. Like, it's just like this one will trigger, then that one, then this one, then that one. It could be like, you know, you could have like the first one, then the 4th, and the 6th, and the 8th. But I'm pretty sure it'll just like go in order. Like, they don't correspond to a specific bell. It's just a counter. Anyway, the 5th bell is hit a counter strike. So hitting a counter strike is basically you have to land a perfect guard. She probably has a perfect parry attack like Keiji has and Lancelot has. So you have to do a perfect guard attack. So that one's going to be pretty iffy on if you can land it or not. You're going to have to know your enemy's patterns. Then the 4th bell, I didn't read that actually. It's achieve 50 consecutive hits while under the influence of alcohol, which is going to correspond to the next thing, which was the idea I said that she should have years ago. When we got Kieran, I said, you know, Kieran should be able to drink alcohol. Like, that's like her whole character trait. But then we're like, well, that's Ibaraki. That's not exactly Kirin. I'm like, I know, but like generally the conduit does affect the personality a little bit. So the sixth bell is defeat an enemy. So if you were using her in a boss only fight, chances are you're not going to get all 8 bells activated. Like, because there's a prompt to defeat one enemy, chances are in a boss fight you're not going to get all 8 bells. I don't see it happening. And then the 8th bell you're going to get pretty much every time if you have her multi-scrolled, is basically lasts 55 seconds in Vanguard. So as we know that when you swap to Vanguard, you have 60 seconds on a base Vanguard. So if you had a 1-scroll Ibaraki, Douji, Nidaime, you will have 5 seconds of the 8th bell. But if you have 2 scrolls, then you're going to have 35 seconds, and then a minute 5 seconds at 3, and then, you know, at the end you'll have 2 minutes and 5 seconds of all 8 bells. And then the 7th bell, which I just keep skipping over one to the next, my apologies, is basically get your health below 10%. Now, this one is dangerous. Nobody wants to go that low. On paper, that's like a really bad condition. Like, you know, other sides do that. The void weapons do that. They're like, oh yeah, go under 10%, bro. It's the best idea. Just go under 10 and spam IP or Salome. It's the perfect strat. And then your game lags and it's like, this sucks. Anyway, so you need to get yourself under 10% to trigger the 7th bell. So on paper, from what we see here, I don't think they'll go away because there's one that lasts, like, I think they're just conditions. They're not things you have to maintain. They're not like regular buffs where they only last 30 seconds or a minute or 20 seconds. Well, it doesn't matter. Game lag still happens. So some of them, like the get under 10% HP, it's actually very doable because of her sake. So she has 2 sake cups, a red one for fire and a black one for darkness, the true power of darkness. And we can see in this picture here that the bells are not activated. The bells are inert right now, but we look at the original picture, they're all golden. That means all bells are active at the same time. So that's pretty cool. So when they're golden, that means they're active. When they're dark, that means they're inactive. So that's pretty much how that's going to go. So how they work is you have the Daijinjyo. They're both Daijinjyos. Okay, so you have red and black. Cool. Fantastic. Easy to differentiate between them. Basically, they're gonna work like Lancelot's skills that would change your slice to water or holy, depending on which one you've used. But these ones are better because they're going to be on your square button. They're going to be on your alcohol slots that are going to be specifically there just for Ibaraki. Normally a Vanguard, like let's say you turn into Miyamoto, like Miyamoto cannot drink Ben 10's Blessing. Miyamoto cannot drink Chidori. Miyamoto cannot drink Feast of the Damned. They can't do that. Ibaraki can't either, but if they were nice, they'd let us actually have one. That'd be sick. If we could have like a custom one just for her out of like a certain amount, that would have been awesome. Not to say that this isn't good enough, but I'm just saying, because we usually have 3, like, they could have gave us Moon King or something, like, to be like, give us a list. Like, yeah, you can't have Feast, you can't have some of these other alcohols, but that would have been really, really nice if you could just put your own cup there and she could just drink one of the alcohols. That would be really revolutionary to have one. Like, probably you wouldn't need Chidori, or you wouldn't need, but Moon King or, like, anything else would be really, really useful there. Anyway, what these alcohols do is, for the first thing, they change your, the red one changes your slice attacks into fire. So if she has any 100% slice attacks, which she probably will, they'll just become 100% fire. And then you'll gain 20 fire. I think that's kind of low. Honda's attack mode gives like 20 to like everything. Or no, it gives like 80. Like, I think she should have got like 100 fire. Like, if you're going into fire mode, you should have gained 100 fire. Personally, I think the 20 dark, 20 fire, I think it's kind of low, but, you know, that's, you know, we'll see what it's like when she actually comes. And then the last part is you heal 500 HP once when fatally wounded. So she has 10 bottles of this stuff, okay? And generally you're only going to use 5 because, like, if you're fighting like, let's say you're fighting you're fighting Glacies, and Glacies is weak to fire. You're going to drink the fire drink. You're not going to drink the dark drink. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to want fire. So basically, overall you have 10 sake cups, which all contain basically Ben 10's blessing, which is if you're about to die, you go back to 500 health and you survive a fatal blow. So she can do that effectively 10 times, but more often than not, 5 times per summoning. And we don't know how long the alcohol lasts for. Usually alcohol lasts for a while. She wouldn't really have 5 drinks of each unless there was a reason to do it again. Maybe you got hit hard, you need to drink up your Ben 10's blessing. Or you have to do what you got to do. You have to reset that. So we can see here that our skills, whatever rank they're using in this picture, they're 45 SP. They're probably rank 5s because it's just test build. But that's pretty low in SP. 45, 45, 45. And then there's an Ogi here, which is 150 SP. And then another Ogi, which has a rank on it. I believe that's a rank symbol. I don't know the kanji for it, but I believe that's like one of the rankings. Like, it's like dot. It's like skill name dot skill level. I'm not familiar with that symbol. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's 5, 6, or 7. I don't know. It's one of them. But we can see, like, basically you can get a sneak peek of what the SP looks like. Okay. So, yeah. It says specialize your attacks with alcohol and utilize your enemy's weaknesses. So basically, yeah, use the fire one for the ones weak to fire. Use the dark one for the one weak to dark. Simple as that. So when we scroll up and look back at these prompts, they kind of get a little easier to understand. So the one where you have to get below 10% HP, if the boss is powering up a big single hit attack, like let's say you're fighting Dullahan and he's like doing his big wind up attack. Basically, you could purposely drink your Ben 10's blessing, drink an alcohol, run up, and then eat that hit, and then go under 10. I don't really know. Like, it depends how much of a buff the bells really give you to warrant such a risky strategy, but that's really up to you. But it is achievable by doing that. The 55-second ones, pretty much, as long as you have more than one copy of her, you're going to hit that one every time. As long as you don't get hit out. Defeating an enemy, that one's kind of risky. Like, that one depends on the battle. Like, if you're just fighting a boss, like, you're not going to get that. If you fought Glacies, you're not going to defeat an enemy in the Glacies fight. Unless they start making all the fights like when we had Ieyasu, where it was the big cannon guy, and he had a bunch of little cannon guys. If every boss fight's going to start being like that, where it's a boss and minions, then it's fine. You can do that every time. Hitting a counter hit, that's going to be like dependent on you. Most players will probably perfect block, but I don't know if they'll be in range to do that or not. 50 hits while under the influence of alcohol should be easy. You're going to start the fight, drink an alcohol, and then land 50 hits. Then I'll go into your 4-hit combo. Then you'll hit them 10 times. Like 2, 3, and 4 are all easy. And then like 1, 2, 3, 4, you're pretty much going to have that all the time when you're using her. You're going to have 1 to 4 pretty much dang near instantly. And then you have to like try to think about 5, 6, 7, and 8 as you go. But 8 will happen anyway, so you'll have at least 5 bells. And I don't know how the bells are going to affect her, because we might be able to look at her skills and look at the skill page, and it might say, you know, oh, with X amount of bells, like with 3 bells, this skill does this, or it does more. Like, yeah, I imagine that's how things are going to go, unless it just gives her like a shit ton of buffs that they don't tell us here. Because it says it gives us buffs, but we don't know what they do, actually. So, by clearing conditions, okay. Right, so next thing, skill introduction. Some of Ibaraki's skills will be showcased below. We can see in this picture here, Onishu Horn Attack / at distant enemies instantaneously. So basically like a teleport lunge step. And you can see like, really, it's really cool here. The, like Ibaraki's hair is red and black, always has been. And the weapon, the attacks are also red and black to indicate like, you know, fire and dark. It's very, very nice, actually very pretty to look at. So basically ideal as a gap closer or when you need to manage range. So basically Onishu Horn Attack is going to be your 10 meters attack you need to land, essentially. from what we can tell here. Then we have Onishu Return Banquet. It says, attack around multiple locked-on targets. Excellent for extending combos and for use mid-air. So she can, like other characters, attack mid-air. So, for example, Honda can use moves in mid-air, or some moves in mid-air. Sasuke can use some moves in the air. Fumakodoro can use moves in the air. I'm trying to think. There's some others. I just probably can't think of them. Oda can use attacks in the air, so some characters can use attacks in the air. Sometimes, like when you watch me testing a Vanguard or whatever, I'll try and jump attack a bunch of stuff, and like, okay, does it work in the air? Can I jump? Yada yada. So she does confirm to have jump skills, so I have to try them all out. Basically, this one says attack around multiple locked-on targets, and it's great for extending combos. So if you've ever used Tristan before, you know that Tristan can lock onto multiple targets and attack them all with one of her attacks. Honda can also do that. She can walk into a room, target like 5 things, and shoot a damage cap cannon at everything. A bit, Bramsty. But you can tell, in 2022, Oni's still here, and a lot of them aren't. A lot of the others. But I mean, it's the aesthetic we like. We're here for, like, I would rather them just keep pumping out content than like spend 2 whole updates trying to make this grass work with like what do you call it, like the particle perfect seamless grass or something. Like that'd be like, okay, that's cool, but you're just gonna lag the game. Like they know what's better than that. Oh, you have Fuma? Cool. So her being able to like lock on to like 5 different things, if she just like locks onto 5 things and just teleports to all of them, like bang, 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 like that'll be cool. That'll be fun. That'd be really cool. So then she also has the Onishu Agave, or Agave. I should probably say Agave or something. I don't know. So you leap into the air and attack with a falling spinning slash, ideal for extending combos and finishing aerial attacks. So it seems like she has a big mechanical focus on being in the air, because it says finishing aerial attacks. So maybe some of the attacks will put you up into the air after you attack, which is really good for evading combos, like evading damage, because sometimes just jumping with a character is enough to like get you out of stuff. And then if you can act out of a jump, that's even better. So like if we could banquet and then be in the air and then use Agave to come down from the air, extending combos. Probably it's a big wheel, so it probably hits like 20 times. Like look at all those damage slashes. It hits at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like a lot of times. Yeah. So like hopefully she's just super mechanically impressive. And then there's she has an Onishu Delirious Dance. Now this one's probably going to be your main way to get under 10% HP. It says a skill that unleashes a wild fury of attacks. So she's going to jump in the air and just do a big ball of damage and death, very reminiscent to like some of Inochio's playstyles of just spinning and doing damage, and I get some Ivus vibes off that as well. A skill that unleashes a wild fury of attacks. It consumes HP when used, so it's good for regulating HP or when you need a little extra firepower. And this mechanic where skills will take HP is also reminiscent to how Kirin plays, because Kirin has the old Hashoko, and she had the 2 buffs that would give her a whole bunch of fire and lightning element, and then attack and all this stuff. You'd lose defense, gain a lot of power, and you'd lose HP, and then you'd have to get it back with a Shenlong or Chiami or whatnot. So, hey Tabriz, how you doing? So, in my mind, I think that she's going to want to go low, but we know that going low for damage isn't always the best option, because that runs you the risk of getting knocked out. Now, she does have the alcohol to go low, take a fatal hit, but once you go low and take a fatal hit, you're dancing on a mirror's edge. Like, you're on the razor's edge there. You know, the next hit that gets you, it's going to get you unless you drink alcohol, and, you know, it depends how safe of a character she is. Like, if she has moves where you can, like, attack and then hold backwards to, like, recoil and, like, get out of there, that'd be nice. That would be sick. That'd be really good. Yeah, like she has to have iframes on her Ogis. Like that's pretty much stable. So personally, I think she's gonna want like, if I were to use her, I would use her with a fire or dark Chiami. You'd probably want to have one of each, or maybe one that has both elements on it. It's a lot easier to get than one with double fire or double dark, let's say. But if she's supposed to do 100 consecutive hits to trigger some of these things, so you'd go like, I think she kind of wants that Chiami with fire and dark, or fire or dark, or both, depending on what you're fighting. Like if you're doing an all around thing, you want one of each. But if you're just going in to do what you got to do, if you're building specifically for an enemy, like if you were going to go fight Levin with her, you're not going to build for dark, you're going to build for fire. And if you're going to go fight, like, Lucifer with her, you're not going to really build for fire. And there's not really any fire dark mags that come to mind. Like, it's not a thing we do. We do have Redux. Like, if you had 2 Redux and a Dullahan mag, then your bases are pretty covered. Like, you could have, like, you'd probably end up just using double Redux and then a dark Chiami and then like a dark New Moon or something, and then be like, okay, cool, I have my defense, I have my attack percentages, I'm good to go. That's probably kind of the skill set, I imagine. So I did open up all the pictures again if we want to get a closer look at them. I opened them up in tabs just because it'll be a better picture for you guys. We can just talk like that because we already read all the information. So that's her art. I think we can zoom in on her a bit here. Can't really drag. So she's got all this wind and hair flowing around everywhere. She looks like she has 2 swords, a red sword and a black sword, reminiscent of her hairstyle. She does have like the very nice outfit actually. Like, this is what they should have done. When Onigiri Heroes came out and they just straight up censored Ibaraki, like, that's not how you do it. You actually give the character an outfit. Like, she's got an Oni mask here. I didn't notice that till now. She's got her alcohol thing, her gourd. She's ready to fight. She's got her nails painted. Like, she's ready. She's got her bells. It'd be cool if there was actually 8 bells on her, but I don't think there are. Bells in her legs. She's got the rope, Oni reminiscent knee guards, Oni shoulder pad. Like this is much it's a really nice design. It's like, she's serious now. Very nice. So again, that's her gauge there. So 8 bells. I'm pretty sure it's just, you're probably gonna have 4 done in like 10 seconds, and then perfect block, go under half. No, it's not under half. It's perfect block, go under 10%, stay alive for 55 seconds. And what was the last one? I already forget. Because it was do attack from 10 meters, do 100 consecutive hits, 50 hits under alcohol, and then I can't remember the other 2. I can't remember them. Like, I'm going to have to, like, remember these. Oh, a parry a hit and then defeat an enemy. That's the last 2. So parry something and defeat an enemy. So the defeat an enemy one, I think that's like looking for that. I made sure to close everything. I did, actually. I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm like, oh, I got to close some stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I agree, Ace. She's not going to be insta-charge. Yeah, like, like, Ieyasu is powerful. Like, she was, like, the last Vanguard release that wasn't insta-charge. But, like, for the most part, most Vanguards have come out recently. Like, since Honda, you had what? Honda, let's say from Battle Maiden Shizuka. You had Battle Maiden Shizuka, Honda, Amakasu Shiro, Ieyasu, and now her, Ibaraki. Yeah, I mean, Ibaraki's like the reason a lot of us play. Like, I gotta get me some Ibaraki too, especially since they were so nice to me with my Sublime. Like, I've been buying Fuse mags. I've been running Purg. Like, Sublime didn't beat me up this time. But yeah, so those buffs again. So you have to use a move from 10 meters away, which is probably going to be that first dash attack thing. But you'll probably have better options once you actually get her. Like, she'll have moves that hit from 10 meters away, no problem. Then you got to hit an enemy 10 times with one specific skill, achieve 100 consecutive hits, 50 hits while under the influence of alcohol, do a perfect parry, defeat an enemy, and get HP below 10%. I still don't like that one, even though you do have the Ben 10's Blessing. It's always a risky play. And if there was no lag, sure, we could do this. But, I mean, if a player just had a weapon with the one that takes your HP and you just spam that before you target the enemy, like, if you just use the 2 moves that lower your HP, and then, like, if that's enough to get you under 10%, and then you go in and heal up with Xiaomi, or do that, trigger it, Shenlong, Mega Potion, go in. It's kind of expensive because you're going to be eating a lot of Shenlong to do that, for the most part. And then the last one is just literally, hey, you have more than one scroll, here's the 8th bell. So that'd be pretty cool. That's cool. So there's her alcohol things again. Again, we can see the 2 Ogis. I don't know what rank that is. It's probably rank 5. Probably not rank 7. I don't see rank 7s taking that low SP for Ogis. I can't really see it. But yeah, so you drink the red one to change your slice to fire, the black one to change your slice to dark, and every one you use has a Ben 10's Blessing attached to it, so it lets you survive 1 lethal hit with 500 HP. I wonder if they're going to have any cooldown or any timers or anything. But the fact that they're on square button, I mentioned this earlier, the fact that they're going to be on your square, they're going to be on your item consuming shortcut, that really, really helps, like, make your movesets really, really clean. Because with Lancelot, pretty much you had to have, because the most comparable character is Lancelot in my mind for a character that changes elements like this. Lancelot, basically, you had to have a weapon that had your water transformation, and then another weapon that had your holy transformation, and some skills. And then you had another weapon that was just all skills. Like, it was like buff, then skills, then buff, then skills. But all her buffs are going to be, that we can see here, she might actually have other buff attacks as well, but her main transforming buffs are on square, so that's fantastic. You know, that's in line with, you know, having something take over R1 or Oogie slot 6, all that nice stuff. Yeah, like, that's a good point. So I was thinking of that earlier. Like, Oda is Fire, Dark, Flight, for the most part. Flight, Pierce. Oda is good. Like, Oda will never not be good, but the question is Oda the best? You know? Like, Oda's Bloodstained Rebellion, very, very powerful attack, can hit damage cap 5 times. You know, at this day and age, if you're fighting the right enemy and you have the right Sublime, you're doing 7 damage caps, you're doing 10 damage caps, you're doing 5 damage caps yourself. Like, what was once really, really, really good in 2017, 2018, nowadays is kind of expected, or even in some cases lackluster. So, like, you know, basically power creep, but we wonder how much power creep is it. Like, if it's like a hell of a lot of power creep, people won't mind getting a good Vanguard. No one wants to get a bad Vanguard. No one wants to, like, hey, I'm going to go get a Vanguard, and it's just like, they're just not all there. True. Oda does not have the Oppa. She was for the lolly crowd, for sure. Ibaraki's for the Oro crowd. and Dark is nice, yeah. Because how many Dark Vanguards do we really have? You have Murasaki Shikaibu, who's Dark Ice. It's split. She doesn't have solo Dark attacks. You have Shikaibu with Dark Ice. You have Genbu with Dark and Water, but she does actually hold her own with Dark. You have Dark Miyamoto. Yes. I have a 3-scroll Luna, and Lyra has 19 Lunas. Oda's Dark. In terms of fire, that's where things are going to get complicated. Because if you're like me and you have Battle Maiden Shizuka or Keiji, you know, fire's already covered. I don't know if Ieyasu has fire. I know she has lightning. I didn't really invest in her. I wasn't feeling it. But fire is definitely a very populated element. You know, because there are a lot of Vanguards that can use fire. But for the most part, Battle Maiden Shizuka is, like, I would say the queen of fire. But then the best Dark Vanguard, I'd have to look at the list. I can't really think. She has fire and lightning. Yeah. I know he didn't roll for her. Is Fuma dark? Does Fuma have darkness? Fuma has dark, like wind and water or something. Fuma has like 3 different elements, right? Mountain, wind, and dark. Like Fuma changes elements up. That's right. That's right. I'm really drawing a blank on who has dark as a Vanguard. Because like dark right now, like we're just using Everlasting Gale, Scream, Collapsing Blade, Dullahan weapons. Like, you know, we're just doing what we gotta do. Like, for the enemies that are weak to dark, like Lucifer, Purg, we're using Honda. Like, we don't really use that much dark nowadays. Is wind, lightning, and dark? Okay. Wind, lightning, dark. Okay. Itako is dark fire. That's a good point. You're one of the only people that has Itako. That's right. Itako, a Vanguard from a crossover event, basically Zunko's sister, was Fire Dark. So, and she must have come out like 3 or 4 years ago by now. So, yeah. And at the time, Itako was really, really good. She was probably the best Fire Dark Vanguard. So we'll have to see if Ibaraki's better than her or not. Yeah, Genbu's dark as well, yeah. Am I going to watch any JP streamers when she releases to check her out? When she releases, tomorrow, if Kurenai is streaming or they put out a video, if they get them or not, I don't know. I don't know if Kurenai has infinite money or not. And it depends on the lineup, too. Like, if she could be in a really good lineup or she could be in a really bad lineup. But another thing, there's a caveat that this character is going to be... you want to see how she looks, sure? Ibaraki Douji Nidaime, if Battle Maiden Shizuka is any indication, she's going to be a permanent stay character. She is going to be in the legendary lineup. She's going to be in premium ticket 1 or 2. Battle Maiden Shizuka was in premium lineup 2. So if they put her in premium lineup 2, that's goated. That's great, because then you can double down on both Battle Maiden and her. If you're lucky, I got like, I want to say 4 or 5 scrolls of Battle Maiden just from premiums and legendaries. Like, I have 2 left. You know. Put her with Honda and Keiji. They spent their clothes outfit on OC. Yes. Well, yeah, like if she was with like godly characters, I don't know if she'll be with an LTD character. Because like if we go by the timeline, right now we're at the end of October. Well, we're mid-October, but when we see her, it'll be end October. And then we'll go into November. And November is a wild card for what they're going to do to us or what they're going to throw at us. And then it's going to be December. And that's going to be Christmas event. That's going to be like Mikami, probably. It's going to be some stuff. And then it's going to be New Year's. And New Year's is where things get really interesting. Clothes money? Yeah, she stopped spending money on booze and got some clothes. Like I was saying earlier, that she... how did I word that? Like, when they censored Ibaraki for the phone game, like, that was the bad way out. They should have made this character Ibaraki and just done that. Oh, she has to have invincibility frames or else she's not going to be able to go under half or under 10%. No. I was almost about to advocate for the Gargoyle Purg mag we have right now to go under half, but it's not worth it. You just, like, it's just a bad redux. Any day of the week, it's just a discount redux. What other pictures do I have? So there's her using her first attack there. This one is like, you can't see it, but apparently it's a teleport. Like, she'll dash in from at least 10 meters away and hit the target. That's how that one works. She's the only character to get different weapons in the game? Well, what do you mean different weapons? Like, that's a good point, Reiji, that, how do you word that? Like, Ho-Oh has different weapons. Yorimitsu has different weapons. Toshi, Ibaraki, or not Ibaraki, Inochio, and then Broken Seal. They all can change weapons. Yeah, in the anime, she has an axe. As a regular partner, she has a single sword, and now she has twin sword. We'll have to see with the others when they come, because Battle Maiden Shizuka was bow to bow, and Ibaraki went from sword to twin sword. She followed the meta, basically. Am I down for an hour of Purg? I don't know. Maybe after. Yeah, like, I feel like I'm going to call these characters anniversary characters. Because we can't, like I was saying earlier, like we have Battle Maiden Shizuka. I could call her Battle Maiden Ibaraki, but then we can't have Battle Maiden Susanoo or Battle Maiden Momotaro. Unless someone makes fan art for it, we can't have Battle Maiden Susanoo and Momotaro and Moroku. We can't do it. Unless someone did, like, art for it. But yeah, Shizuka had, a bow, and then a bow in Battle Maiden. And then in Venus, she has a staff. And then Ibaraki has sword, and then she was technically twin sword as Kirin because she just fought with her hands. And then she's twin sword again here. So then there we have her attack. This is her little tornado pirouette attack. And this one apparently can lock onto like 5 different targets or multiple targets. And she will just like spin to all of them and just like pew, 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 I guess. Her lineup is with Shooten, Kojiro, Leviathan, and Satan. Is that what she's coming with? Right. Is there like an updated JP page? That'd be right interesting. Because when I looked, it just showed her. And then that's her aerial finisher attack. Because she has a lot of air attacks, that was mentioned. Then that's her big Ogi there. This one makes her lose HP to do a lot of damage, I imagine. Apparently she's got a big focus on multi-hit, like doing 100 hits. So I wouldn't be surprised if she has moves that hit like 50 times or 30 times or something crazy. I mean, I wouldn't hope she's bad just because you want something else. Like, because she's going to be added to the permanent banner, let's say, the permanent pool of characters. So, it's in a different update tab. KMC, if you have that, could you shoot that to me on Discord? Because, like, if you have it, like, if you had it in front of you. If you don't have it in front of you, don't worry, I'll look for it, but... I'm really hoping... If she has, like, a lot of multi-hits, she'll be really good. Like, she'd be a prime candidate for, Tensho's Magatama, I guess. But then you have Holy. Depends if she has any negative elements or not. But, like, damage multiplier mags and her would go really, really well, I would say. Yeah, you could wait for New Year's for sure. Yes, PS4 players, well, yeah. PS4 players do suffer the brunt of a lot of new mechanics, for sure. So let's look at her pictures again. So that's the, like, dash attack, the multi-hit attack, the finisher attack, and then the Oogie. I imagine she'll have at least more stuff. Like, Battle Maiden Shizuka had a lot of moves, and we only used, like, 2 of them. But Battle Maiden Shizuka had, like, this Fire Tornado Oogie was really good. She had Arrow Rain. She had a Fire Peacock attack. And then she had the Fire Charge Shot. She had the Holy Debuff attack. Or the Fire Debuff Holy move. And then she had a move to heal everybody around her. Like, Battle Maiden Shizuka had a lot of attacks. So if they're only showing us 4, I'm pretty sure that she'll probably have at least 8 moves. Like, I hope she has at least 4 different Ogis. And it'd be a blessing if she actually has a buff and, like, 7 different attacks. Because she does have her 2 buffs mapped to the alcohol thing. So she doesn't actually need a skill to trigger, turning into fire. Like, Battle Maiden Shizuka had to turn herself into fire. So with Ibaraki being able to just drink alcohol to do that, she probably has less skills than normal, but hopefully they give her like, maybe she has a move like to just dodge blows. Like that'd be really sick if she had one of those. How can I remember all the Ogis and skill names? Not. Well, I just remember some of them. I remember the ones I use for the most part. Thanks. Let me see if I can access that on my Discord here. Thanks. And I was sent this from Rosie, by the way. The update page about Ibaraki. That was sent to me by Rosie. So let's see if we can translate this. Yes, please. Do it. Yay. Okay. So thanks. Let's look at this together. Thanks for the like, everybody. This is on Windows. October 20th, Thursday, update content. This is the Onigiri service team. The update contents that will be carried out during the maintenance on Thursday, October 20th, 2022 are as below. Basically, for us, we're going to get these the 28th of October. So let's check this out. So there's the Ibaraki we've been looking at. There she is, all nice and pretty, awakened. I'm going to call it the second generation. They're calling it second generation. So that Nidaime is second generation. That's why Nidaime Hokage is the second generation Hokage. Okay, that's why I was getting all messed up. So they're calling it second generation Ibaraki Douji. That's what the Google Translate. That's not the official English. So I'm still going to call her Nidaime or just anniversary Ibaraki Douji. Doesn't really matter. New Pioneer Replacement Vanguard. Second generation Ibaraki Douji mainly deals with fire and dark attributes, and by using various skills and secrets in succession, those are the bells, you perform a variety of combo attacks. You can also drink special sake to attack the enemy's weak point attribute. Try please using these. Okay, so this should be the thing we just looked at. It should be the same page. Well, it's on the JP site. Let's see if there's any difference between the translations. Okay. About Yaki Suzune. There's like more words. Okay. Second generation Ibaraki Douji has a special buff system, the Suzune Yaki buff, which will awaken each bell by clearing a specific conditions during the change of Vanguard. If 4 or more bells are active, the buff effect can be obtained. Also, after the fourth Suzu, the Suzu means bell. After the buff effect will become stronger each time Suzu awakens. Inochi Bell, so the first bell, hit by activating skills and secrets. So Ugis are secrets from a position for more than 10 meters away from the target. We know that. Hit the enemy 10 times with one skill or Ugi. The third bell is achieve 100 hits. The fourth bell is 50 hits while alcohol is under effect. The fifth hit, Gonu, that's 5. Go is 5. Successfully counter an attack. Roku is 6. Defeat one enemy. Nana is 7. Reduce own HP to 10%. And Hachi is 8 because we played Naruto. We know what Naruto is. And we know what the 8-tailed beasts are. We can count. And then just be 55 seconds since you turned into Vanguard. Cool. We know that. We went over that. The Sake. Dark attribute. Change your attacks to fire. Change your attacks to dark. Okay, nothing different. There's a lot more words here. Oh, they're just split up. It's the exact same pictures. Anything different here? Okuni, Onishu, Kakushu, / enemy. Okay, so you target something and you teleport to them. It can be used as the first attack when there's a distance from the enemy at the opening or as a convenient movement technique. Oh my god, it's lunchtime. Okay, a skill that attacks while moving around the target enemy. When you want to attack while shifting the axis, you can incorporate it. You can control it with your stick. If you're shifting axis, that means where your stick is positioned or what key you're pressing is going to affect how it works in the air. So, it's pretty cool. And then a skill that jumps in the air performs a rotating slash while falling. Okay, that's exactly what it should have been. In addition to increasing the number of consecutive hits, it's also ideal for closing techniques for mid-air combos. So yeah, there's more, like this one here is a huge multi-hit attack that spins. So you can like kind of hear like the sound effects in a sense. And this one you spin and you're going to be able to control it. So you'll be able to like move around with it. And that one's basically lunched up. Cool. And then mysterious skill that unleashes a storm of slashing attacks over a wide area. So the Ogi is a storm of attacks, a lot of hits. Since HP is consumed and activated, it can be used as a firepower technique. It is also suitable when you want to adjust the HP of second generation Ibaraki Douji. Okay, cool. So that's all the same stuff we saw before. Cool. Just there's a bit extra detail in there, so that's great. If there were to be a perk, it'll be sleep. Okay. So Book of Advent, second generation Ibaraki Douji, which allows you to make friends with the second generation Ibaraki Douji, is a Yorozu exchange ticket 120. So that's what I mean about being a permanent character. She takes regular Yorozus. So if you have Yorozus saved up, you can just get yourself some Ibaraki copies if you want, or you could hold on to them. Well, yeah, you should just hold on to them because she'll just stay there. If you want to hold on to them until New Year's and like KG comes, go for it. But if she doesn't, you could just do it then. Do what you want. Yorozu exchange. Okay, cool. A new Neon Kuropon is here. That looks really nice with the gold. You can get the new character. Second year. Okay. My room Neon Kuropon. My room. Okay. Furniture for autumn. All right. Let's check out this new Neon Kuropon. It's a Halloween Neon Kuropon. They got a window. It's a thing. A divider. A plant. Some books. Scroll. And sparkles. And a cat scratching post. Okay, what do we got? Alright, so I have to translate it again. Can I do that? Please? Please? Translate English. Thanks. Oh boy, if I click on you, do you open a new tab? You don't. Okay, cool. Normal gacha. Okay, she's in the normal gacha. It's crazy. Okay, so Halloween, as Bejoyful was saying, Halloween Momotaro and Halloween not Ibaraki. I'm saying too much Ibaraki. The fuck's her name? Kaguya. Oh my god. I am just out of it. They're coming back as well. Okay, so let's click on this. Alright, so as they said, it's... Oh, Shootin' Doji's like Mountain and Dark, I think. Oh, anyway. So you have Ibaraki Douji, Shootin' Doji, Kodro Flying Swallow, Leviathan, and Satan. So for me personally, I believe I could use a scroll of Satan. I think I need like one or two. But my Leviathan's maxed, my Kodro's maxed. I do not have much shooting. So it might be in the cards for me. It might be. If it's 3 out of 5, that's not bad. At least it's not 6 or 7 like some of the other things have been. And then you have Tristan, Sanzo. She has an accessory. So all those twin sword users that are like, oh my god, I don't have Momotaro dolls. I don't have this stuff. So she'll probably have twin sword good accessories. I hope. Or they'll just put skill force on it and be like, well, shit, that was a waste of time. So we'll have to see. Armor. So then there's Gothic. Japanese Gothic T-High for women. Gothic Rosen, Gothic Noir, and Gothic Honey. So Gothic outfits are back. And armor for the men. That's in the regular gacha at least. Bunch of Ogis, 1 through 6. Underwear. Okay. Black ribbon reel. Let's go. Okay. Wildcat Momotaro and Wolf King Kaguya. Okay, the Halloween thing. So they'll be parallel. So you'll have there's 6 in this one, and it's gonna have Wolf King Kaguya, Wildcat Momotaro in the same lineup, Lancelot, Gawain, Hideyoshi, and Katsui. You know, that was good until we got past Lancelot. Not gonna lie. I won't be touching this one. I already have Kaguya. Made my choice a long time ago. I already have Kaguya, Lancelot, Hideyoshi, Katsui. Riku and Sugima will be there. And the pumpkin outfits from last year will come back. So if you didn't get like the pumpkin suit outfits or the pumpkin dress outfits last year, they'll be back on this banner if you're interested in them. Cool. Skill cards. Gotcha. My room won't mean much unless I can read what it says. We have a text machine, an autumn leaves cushion, a bonsai tree, the golden screen, we saw that, bamboo lantern, Japanese style round window, we saw that, 53 stations of the Tokaido Shirek, whatever that is, and 69 stations of the Kiso Kaido Odai. We need that one. You can roll on the free banner, yeah. Like, it's probably going to take... It's going to take SP tickets. If it takes gotchas, I'm rolling all my gotcha tickets I ever had. But it's probably going to be SP. I can't see them mess that up. Secret Oogie extraction ticket, baby. Okay, so... And then they're going to have the Halloween stuff from last year, too? Really? Okay. So if you didn't get the pumpkin table or the ghost chair, the bat sofa, or the pumpkin bed... I have the pumpkin bed. It is awesome. The Iron Maiden, like no cap, just straight up. Yeah, it's Iron Maiden. Cross coffin. All the old Halloween stuff from last year. If you saved up a lot of gotcha tickets, you can use them. Go for it. So that's how that goes. So this is the special one, the one that takes paid OC. You can get discounts 5 times. Cool. It generates your Ozus. Great. So it's the same. It's a lot more zoomed out. So you have Ibaraki Douji 2, Shooting Douji, Flying Swallow, Leviathan, Satan. Then you have Tristan, Sanzo, the Ibaraki doll. I wish we could look at what that did. So it pretty much is the same. They're all going to be the same. Oh, we can look at the premium. Oh, premium's actually good. Okay. I see Shiro, Riku, Tagada, Lunastasia, Ivis, Siegfried. I don't see her there. Maybe, if we're lucky, she's in premium too. I do not see her, because she would have a long as heck name. She is there! Oh my god, okay. Okay, good. So, Ibaraki 2nd generation, Nidaime Ibaraki, is going to be in the premium Nyankoropan lineup 2. Lineup 2 is getting stacked because she's there, assuming she's good. So now she's going to be, at least for this update, she's there, but she should stay in 2. I didn't see her in 1, but I could be blind. Maybe she was there. She is not. So she's only in 2. So if you get any premium tickets from like an OC campaign or whatever, lineup 2 is going to have Ibaraki in it in case, whatever happens. I don't think there's going to be any new Sublimes. They just rolled out new Sublimes. I don't see them bringing out another batch so quickly. Because if they're working on a Vanguard, they're not really working on Sublimes. So if we look at how much of a powerhouse the premium lineup 2 has, you have Ibaraki, you have Lancelot, you have Oda, you have Sugamo, you have Battle Maiden Shizuka, which already made this lineup good. Then you have Kirin, Orihime, and you have Makami, Satan, and Lucifer. There's like 10 good things in Premium 2 compared to Premium 1. Like, by today's standards, like usable stuff, I would say. So if we go to Unit 1, just to compare, you have Miyamoto, who's always good, but, not as good as other things. Dark Miyamoto, not so much. Kojiro, not so much. Sasuke, not so much. Himiko, not so much. Izuna, not so much. Kenshin, not so much. Riku's really good. Miyamoto, Riku. Shiro's fantastic. Venus is really good. Valkyrie's really good. Fujin and Raijin are alright. Leviathan's good. And then you have Araman and the other Gargoyle Assist. But I would say by far, if you're going to roll a premium ticket, I would recommend rolling it in 2, unless you already have everything. And, that's one of your case choices. But if you don't already have everything and you had to use a premium ticket too, I would recommend using it in Koropan lineup 2 with your premium. Okay. And then it talks about the exchange Yorozu, and that's that. Okay, so that's the lineups. That's interesting. What is this? Oh, that's furniture. I thought that was an accessory. Okay. You can buy... I can't look at this. Did it not load? Oh, there you go. Look at the little smile. Look at her. Oh my god, how much detail can they put in one little chibi? Wow. Wow. Like, if you compare his face, like his accessory thing, if you compare that to hers, like, look at the difference in, like, quality. Oh my god. Wow. So that's her little accessory. That's what that's going to look like. It's doing the little wave animation they all do. So that's really nice. You can get that for your room, and that's what the accessory would look like. Hello? Cool. The event, there's an event. The Red Demon is beyond the old memories will be held, synopsis. Around the time when Ibaraki Douji was working hard at the liquor store business, Miroku decided to go to Edo to purchase supplies. Ibaraki Douji had some errands at the liquor store in Edo, so she offered to accompany them. In this land of Edo, the story of Ibaraki Douji is about to begin. The event quest requires that you have cleared the main quest, Edo Castle Unopened Room. Some NPCs may be temporarily hidden during this event. During the event period, the NPC Kaku Shinjiro will appear in Onigashima, and you can proceed with the event quest by talking to him. Event items and event bonus items can be obtained by clearing each event dungeon. Also, if you meet certain conditions, you can get more event items when clearing. So basically, if you have like Ibaraki or Kirin or other things, oh, that's a nice little pouty face you got there. Ginza number 4 sewer track. So we're going back to these sewers. Yeah. Ginza sewer 4, number 4 sewer track. You can get event item Cheerful Catfish and Sister's Residence. You can get event item Beautiful Chi Fruit. Mandeji event item Cheerful Catfish. So there's 3 little dungeons there. And Beautiful She Fruit can be obtained. Let's click on the event bonuses here. Okay, so if you have 2nd generation Ibaraki, you will get 15. You'll get 5 extra drops on normal, 15 on hard, and 30 on hell. If you have Shootin' Douji unlocked, you will get 5, 10, 20. If you have Wolf King Kaguya as a companion, really? If you have Wolf King Kaguya, you will get 5, 10, 20. If you have Momotaro Wildcat, you'll get 5, 10, 20. And then if you have Maid Shizuka, oh, that's right, there's Maid Shizuka, I forgot about her. Maid Shizuka, you get 2, 4, 8. And then if you have Butler Moroku, you'll get 2, 4, 8. So that's like a legacy bonus. You'll get 16 extra drops if you had them from Gala that last year. If you have Ibaraki Douji Soaring Sky or Summer Sky, you will get an extra 8 drops as well. I do not have her. If you equip the accessory Ibaraki Douji 2nd generation, you will get 16 extra drops on Hell. If you equip the accessory Shootin' Douji, you'll get 8 drops. If you equip Ibaraki Douji Yuka, Ibaraki Douji Seika, Suika, I think that's the different colored ones, you'll get 8. And then there's Ibaraki Douji Natsuzora. I think that's the 4 different colored ones that we've had in the past. And then if you equip Ibaraki Douji Maid, you will get 8 drops. And then if there'll be 2 new accessories to get, which is the Thief Cat's Dagger and Thief Cat's Bell, which are basically her stuff. Yeah, she is a bit young, but it's probably just the particles, the more pixels and art they could. That's really nice art. That's really nice. I mean, it's probably, well, she is an Oni. They age a lot slower than people. That's cool. So same thing, a different dungeon. It should be all the exact same stuff. And then the 3rd dungeon, you'll get both items. Don't know if it'll be limited to 3 runs a day. Nakayoshi characters can use the character's Book of Advent, Book of Manifestation, and Book of Resonance from Kinchaku, and can bring the character from menu, story, Nakayoshi. That's just partner characters. Clear the dungeon with accessories equipped. Okay. Alright. Event reward. When you clear the event quest, the exchange will be released to the NPC Ibaraki Douji. At the exchange, you can exchange the event items, Energetic Catfish, and Beautiful Chi Fruit for various items. We can see the lineup. Let's go. We don't have any. Oh, no. Alright, so we can get her bells. That's cool. I don't know what weapon they're holding. I have no idea what that is. That's weird. You can get an Oni mask to put in your room. You can get bells for your jacket. The bandit cat bell, which is this, and then the bandit cat dagger. Maybe that's the weapon she's holding. Oh no, it's the thing on her back right there. The dagger, the cat dagger. And then the wall decoration Hanma of Ibaraki Douji. And she has that on her shoulder in some of the pictures. So if we scroll up enough, you can see it right there. So the shoulder piece item that she wears, her Hanya mask, will appear. You can get it for your room. Alright, let's scroll down again. Second generation Ibaraki Douji appearance commemorative login bonus will be held. During this period, the second generation Ibaraki Douji login bonus calendar will appear. You can get luxurious items such as SP Gacha tickets according to the total numbers of login. The calendar does not loop. She's smiling, so you better log in. Oh, we can check the login list. That's awesome. So on the first day of login, you will get 5 OC and an all boost of 200%. On your second day, you'll get 2 soul eggs and 5 OC. On the third day, you'll get a refinement super good luck. Probably a superb or a godly ornamentation enhancement of quantity of 1. You'll get 5 OC. And then on the fourth day, you'll get 10 gold compedus and 5 OC. And then on the fifth day, you'll get a reset button and 5 OC. So 25 extra OC in the first 5 days. On the sixth day, you'll get an SP ticket and 10 OC. That's pretty good. So we're at 35 OC right now. You'll get a 200% drop boost and 5 OC. Then you'll get an energy, a full restore energy. That's awesome. And 5 OC. Then you'll get a godly ornamentation item, I imagine. Then you'll get more 10 gold compedus for your partners. Then a Magatama Band-Aid A on the 11th day. On the 12th day, you'll get an SP ticket. On the 13th day, you'll get experience boost, so whatever. 2 more soul eggs on the 14th day. Ooh, mag powder. We're getting 2 mag powders, so make sure you log in 15 days. We're getting 2 mag powder. Hell yeah. Then 10 more compedus, and then 600 durability, and then an SP Gacha ticket. So you're going to get 3 SP Gacha tickets every 6 days. Hopefully you get something good off it. I think that should have been like 30 Gacha tickets, to be honest, because you're not going to get anything anyway. But anyway, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. They've added achievement posters, so you can get an Ibaraki Douji poster for your room. Cool, I think. New achievements, you can raise the corresponding character to level 100. You can get the furniture poster for that character. Adjusted the display of the skill description for the character, for the skill Artillery First Army Horseshoe Crab. That's for Ieyasu. They changed the skill description. The following items have been added to the Yorozu Exchange Watatabi, and that are the Book of Advent 2nd Generation Ibaraki Douji and Legendary Nyankoro Pontu. So she's in the Legendary as well as that. So she's in the Yorozu, she's in the Legendary, and she's in the Premium. Bug fixes. Okay. Fixed an issue where only one buff icon will be displayed when drinking alcohol that has multiple effects that would cause the buff icon to be displayed. This is a display only problem fixed. So basically some alcohols you would drink, they wouldn't show you all their buffs, just like 1 or 2, and it had hidden effects. But the buffs were active, they're claiming, so you're just going to see them now. You might notice bonuses depending on which alcohol you drink. Like if you drink Asaka, which lowers your attack, gives you a whole bunch of element, like it'll display more buff information than just one blanket issue. Fix an issue where the following skills cannot be activated properly while wearing a costume other than Idol. Okay, so Amano Jaku, if you weren't wearing the Idol outfit, this move wouldn't work very well. The Mystery, Heavenly, Evil, War, Fire Dance. Like it would skip frames and shit, I guess. And reverse performance. They're ending the Infernal Gargoyle Purg, on PC tomorrow. PS4 will still have it for another week. They're getting rid of the Cherry event, getting rid of the Sublimes, Lucifer, Nyankoro, all the old stuff's going away. Cool. And limited gacha. Oh my god. What a read. Hopefully the event's really fun. Like Ibaraki's or Shizuko's was really fun last year, so maybe we gotta fight Shootin' Doji again, and we're gonna get to hear the song again, and that'll be really fun. Maybe. We'll have to see how it goes tomorrow. Alright. So yeah, like I think she's really cool. Hopefully people that try to get her really easily. She's in a 5-character lineup, which by today's standards is good. The lineup's not the best lineup, but it does have some odd characters that most people might not have maxed out. Well, generally for like Oogie names, you pretty much just you remember like one word of it, and then you just like go with it. Like Lancelot has like dance of something, where it's like, okay, use dance, you know, use eternal war, like, you know, you just know like keywords, and that's just how it gets done. Okay, so yeah, like that's pretty interesting. So again, thanks for the link to the page that had all the extra information on it. That really helped, you know, flesh things out, cover this update. So this update will be coming out tomorrow for Steam and JPPC, which is the exact same platform. And then us on PlayStation will get it 2 weeks from now. Well, we'll get it on the 21st, so a week from Friday. It could be. It could be. I mean, if you already have pre-existing Yorozus, you could dedicate them to her. And if I don't know if they're gonna have an OC campaign or not. Let me see. Can we go to like the main page? Where does this take me? I think it's translated. Okay. Yeah, 2nd generation Ibaraki, the Nyankoropons, update contents. Right, there's also an event on Twitter that if you retweet this post that JP Onigiri put out, you have a chance to win an autographed picture of Ibaraki, autographed by the voice actress. That's really cool. So there's the campaign there. We'll translate that to English real quick. Hello everyone, this is the Onigiri service team in commemoration of the appearance of the new character 2nd generation, Ibaraki Douji. We will hold a campaign to present Chiaki Omigawa's autographed colored paper. Summary: we will draw a lottery from those who applied on Twitter and present a handwritten autographed colored paper by Chiaki Omigawa, who plays the role of Ibaraki. Application period is from the 19th, which is today, until the 2nd of November. And it's only for 3 winners. How to apply. So basically we have to follow the official Twitter, so JP Onigiri. So I don't even know if I have Twitter. Oh, I can't open Twitter. I can't open Twitter while streaming. I can't. And then you have to like make sure you're followed the JP Twitter page, and then you have to retweet the tweet, and it says make sure you do not quote tweet it or anything. You can't have your stuff set to private, yada yada, and they will direct message you if you're one of the winners. The autograph colored paper given as a gift may differ from the image. The delivery address will be confirmed for the winners. Shipping address is only within Japan, so if you're not in Japan, I don't know what's going to happen if you won, because they can only ship it to Japan. So, and it says it may take time to ship the prize. Thank you for your understanding. If the follow-up is canceled after winning, the winning will be invalid. If you set tweet private, the winning will be invalid. Transactions, online auctions, resale, etc. are prohibited. Well, what does that even mean? If you get it and you sell it to someone, like, what are they going to do? Anyway. So I guess it might be just be a JP only thing, but maybe one of us will win. Who knows? So this should be the OC campaign. Can I translate this to English? Cool. Okay. Looks very OC campaigny. I can't translate any of it because they put it in this format instead of just by words. So there will be an OC campaign. They usually go up to 5,000 OC every time. So it looks like you're going to get an SP Gotch ticket, regular Gotch ticket, SP ticket, one of each, 300% boost. You're going to get one gacha, one SP for $50, and then you're going to get a, I believe, premium ticket. The red ones are premium, pretty sure. And then for 800 OC, you get a gacha ticket, SP gacha ticket, premium ticket, because that's the exact same. No, it's a different. Limited ticket. You're probably going to get a limited from that. It's either limited or premium. And then you're going to get a Band-Aid B and a Button B. And then you're going to get, for 1,000 OC, you'll get another gacha ticket, another, you probably get a limited ticket, and then you'll get a premium ticket. Because, yeah, the red one is premium ticket. This one's probably limited ticket, and then 2 of each boost. Then when you go to 150, you get 2 gacha tickets, 2 SPs, and then you get premium, and then probably 2 godlies and 2 godly ornamentations of each kind, I imagine. Then we have 3 gacha tickets, and then 3 limited tickets, and then 1 premium for 200, and then 2 other items. I don't know what they are. You're going to get 3 of one and 1 of the other. Probably an extraction ticket, if I had to guess, and then maybe 3 artisan swords. Most things don't really come in 3s. Then for 3,000 OC, you're going to get another SP ticket, 1 premium ticket, 3 limited tickets, and then 4,000 OC, so you get 3 gacha tickets, 3 limited tickets, 2 premiums, and then 500 Dura ticket, and then 3 probably smelting items, and then 2 ornamentation items, and then 4 gacha tickets, 4 limited tickets, 1 legendary ticket. That should be the legendary because it's at 5,000 OC, and then 3 of each boost. Hey Noblid, how you doing? Oh, on the EU server, it was like if you buy it 5 times. Like, it wasn't... Right, they had those before. Like, sometimes we had that where... We had one where it was like every $50 you got a premium ticket, and it was like amazing. We had that during YOG. But this is a cumulative one, so you'd go... But yeah, they used to have ones like that. Like, if you bought one specific pack, you'd get the same pack every time. But they'd have problems with that. Like, they would always have people going, I got the wrong pack, and da-da-da. So they haven't done that in a long time. So there is an OC campaign, so that's nice if you're going to put in for Ibaraki or not. It doesn't mention any perg, so they might add a perg 2 weeks in. But PC doesn't really update like that. They don't usually get month-long updates. It's usually 2 weeks and then another 2 weeks. For us, it could be 2 weeks and 2 weeks, but I can't see there being a perg until 2 weeks from now. Because there's a lot going on anyway. And if there was a perg, it'll be Sleet, and then they'll round out the year with Levin in December or November. Hard to say. Okay, so I think that's everything. I'm going to get on out of here, give my throat some rest and relaxation. And again, thanks to everyone for coming out, leaving some likes and commenting. You guys are awesome. I might stream Perg a bit because KMC wanted to run. I'll see about that or not. I don't know. I'll drink some water, get ready, and because I do have to get back on it. I didn't log in at all yesterday. It was my friend's birthday, so we went out. We had pasta and salad at a restaurant, and then we came back and watched this Yu-Gi-Oh documentary, and it was awesome. Like I started watching it, and I'm like, oh man, my friend would love this, and I stopped it. And we watched it together, and he was loving it as much as I thought. So I'm like, I'm glad we didn't. I didn't watch it on my own. We had a good time. So yeah, another big event before New Year's for sure. So all right, guys, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for putting up with me for an hour, and I wish you all the best with your roles and with what you're going on right now. All right, how do I stop this?